ICD-10 training to be fun? Raise your hand. I will tell you, I have already immersed myself in this, and when you keep your eyes on the prize, you will be looking forward to it. The goal of ICD-10 is better healthcare. When you think about the documentation requirements, that higher level of specificity, and you think about healthcare personally, it's good for you as a person, never even mind for your business and your patients. It's good for you. I'll give you a perfect example. I've got a reconstructed left foot. When I was 18, I had a second-story balcony break while I was on it. Yeah, it doesn't sound like so much fun, right? So I've got a reconstructed left foot. And my goal is on my 75th birthday, I'm going to be dancing on a tabletop in Paris, France. How many of you doubt that? That's one of my goals. Do you think I'm going to make that happen? Yeah. So what happens if I hurt my foot over in Paris, France? They're going to be able to pull up my electronic health record. They're going to have ICD codes that clearly will show them that I've got metal there, I've got bone grafting material. Am I going to get better health care? Yes. Global health care is what we're talking about. We are becoming a smaller and smaller world. Do you know we are only one of 2 developed nations that are not utilizing ICD-10? Do you know the rest of the world is? We're actually behind the learning curve on this. And some people are still dragging their feet. They don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. France, Germany, Spain, Australia, England, Canada, and 124 other countries are already doing it. How are we talking the same diagnostic language? H1N1. Oh, we came up with our own code. But is that really tracking epidemic outbreak? Hello? We're not talking the same language as most of the other worlds. Is that right? How do you feel about that healthcare? Open it up. General equivalency mappings are going to help you transition, but general equivalency mappings are not a crosswalk. Only 20% of your claims will actually be a crosswalk claim. The rest you are going to have to utilize general equivalency mapping and flags for, and I'm going to show you what that looks like and introduce you to the first level, first phase training to get you aware so that everything you're doing, you're making sure your docs are coding to that higher level of specificity. One of the good things about ICD-10, how many of you want to know a good thing? Raise your hand if you want to know a good thing about ICD-10. Woo! All right, the rest of you block your ears. ICD-10 is going to eliminate the need for some of your modifiers.
Now CPT coding, why are we still continuing to have this issue with the CPT coding, with the bundling and the unbundling? I got the best way to describe it recently told to me. Because if your docs aren't getting it, here's how to explain it. Who in here's ordered a pizza in the last 2 weeks? What'd you get, Penny?
Supreme.
A Supreme. Okay, great. What'd you get, Jennifer?
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian. That's my favorite. I put some red pepper on there. Woo! Oh, yeah. I'm hungry now. All right, so Penny, did you order the sauce separately? You did not. Why not? You don't, because you don't like it separately. It's a mess when it goes like that, right? Did you order your sauce separately? No. Comes with the pizza. If you had, yes, if you had ordered the sauce separately, what would you be doing? Unbundling. It's something that already goes together. You can't take it apart because you'll get charged more. It'll cost more. Make sense? What about, did you order anything to go with your pizzas? Breadsticks or sodas or anything?
Cookie dough.
What's that?
Cookie dough.
Cookie dough. Perfect example. Did the cookie dough come on top of the pizza?
No.
No. You should have seen that face. It was a good one. Why not? Because if it had, what would that be? Gross, exactly. Bundling. Putting two things together that don't go together. Mutually exclusive, same thing. Male, female, same time, same visit. Can't do that? Yes, but these are the things you need to look for, because can it be true that no matter how good we are at doing this, we could transpose a number? Right eye, left eye. Could happen. So I want you to start documenting all these things that you're doing. Because once you start documenting these things, it makes it easier. We talked about mutually exclusive. We talked about medically unnecessary. Oh, you want to explain a modifier? Real easy. What kind of crust did you get? That's a modifier. It's the same thing. We're adding something to it or taking something away from it. It's on a different day. It's not on whatever that is. But for those of you that take the materials with you, there is a 6-page modifier cheat sheet in here that's going to help you go through, and the most commonly misused modifiers are listed out.
Okay, insurance companies keep 2 lists. There is the long list, which is the 80% stall list, or there's the 20% pay list. Have you ever heard the term, the squeaky wheel gets the grease? If you want part of the 20%, if you want your claims paid, you gotta become a squeaky wheel, all right? So let's talk about how to do that. Understanding who you're dealing with is the biggest issue. So number 1 and number 2 under letter A. Number 1, write this down. Everything they tell me is a lie. Talk about we never received the claim and all these other excuses. You know this is a bunch of nonsense. In fact, I met a woman in Houston, Texas a few years ago. After the seminar, she asked me to go to lunch with her. I don't usually do that because I'm busy, but she was really cool. Turns out she ran a general surgery center, but she used to work as an executive for an insurance company in Texas. She hated it, hated the job, knew they were crooks, didn't like working there, but she saved some information, okay? She saved some information, and she sent some to me that she had at home, left over from her days working at the insurance company. I thought this was kind of interesting. Ready? This is a memo from the Director of Corporate Development. We've been very good about paying claims in a timely manner. However, it has been discovered that by delaying payment to the doctors in Texas by 1 day, we will earn an additional $87,000 in profit. $87,000 a day just in that one state? Okay, now this memo is a little bit old. It's from 2003. You know what isn't? Blue Cross has billions of dollars in surplus. Companies are sitting on piles of cash, but they're not hiring. Coming in at number 1, United Healthcare Group, $11.1 billion in liquid asset. This is cash sitting in the bank. Number 2, Humana, $8.6 billion. Number 3, Blue Cross Blue Shield, $8.4 billion in cash. Now don't forget this one. This is the cover of the Wall Street Journal. Health insurers are planning on raising their rates. Like, how much money do these people need? What are you going to do, buy the moon? I mean, like, it's ridiculous. So here's what we're going to do. Now that we know what the problem is, let's talk about solutions, shall we? Number 2, 2 words. Stop calling. You have got to stop calling these insurance companies, my friends. You know why? Because it isn't working. And I know you have a pit in your stomach right now, and some of you are thinking, what? Don't call the insurance company. What am I going to do all day if I'm not sitting on hold? 20 minutes of phone call, 5, 6, 7 phone calls a day, 5 days a week. You guys are sitting on hold for 10 hours, 20 hours a week. This is nuts. Albert Einstein once said that the definition of insanity is doing the same action repeatedly, expecting a different result. So this is what happens every day at the office. Okay, I keep going back to Jennifer and Aaron because I know they work for the same practice. But listen, so basically this is what happens. This is Jennifer. Jennifer calls the insurance company, sits on hold forever, and then she gets some stupid excuse, and she's all frustrated. She hangs up the phone, she goes, Aaron! You're not going to believe what Humana told me! And Aaron goes, I know! And then the other day, you know what happened with me and Blue Cross? And they go, I hate my job. That's so us. And then we pick the phone back up and go, well, let's try it again. Now